Hello, good morning once again to everyone, to all my dear students. How are you all? So, once again, I welcome you all in the Alchemy online tutorials. So, I hope that you all have done the revision that what I was asking for. That please go through the topics that what we have already completed, right? And I hope that everybody is continuously watching the videos. Fine. Chaliye, without wasting much time, now let's move on with our next topic of this particular chapter, that is principles of management. Okay, see, already we have completed with chapter number 1, and now we are about to end the chapter number 2 also. After this Fayol's principles of management, we have been left out only with the very small topic, that is a comparison between Fayol and the Taylor's principles. Okay, students, so let's start with our topic, that is Fayol's principles of management. Now see, students, as Frederick Taylor has given certain principles which was totally on the basis of scientific management, right? Same way, and he had given approximately 4 principles in that. Fine. So in that among that 4 principles, with that 4 principles, he had also given certain techniques. Okay, he had also given certain techniques. Same way, Henry Fayol, he was the another theorist. Okay, he had also given certain principles, and there were 14 principles which were being given by the Henry Fayol. Okay, and he had his main motive of inculcating those 14 principles was to increase the modernized way of management in the organization. Like, Taylor has totally contributed towards the scientific management. Same way, Henry Fayol came forward and he contributed, given the emphasis towards the modernized way of management. So that's why he was being known as the father of modern management, or the father of general management. Okay, students, so now let's begin with our very first principles of management that are given by Henry Fayol, that is division of work. See, students, as the name itself signifies is that why we are dividing the work, so that our work can be accomplished properly, so that our task can be accomplished properly, so that there can be no confusions, no hindrances, no conflicts, nothing like that. Okay, and we can achieve our target at the time that and effectively and efficiently. Fine. So that's why, according to the capabilities, qualifications and experiences of a particular person, we are dividing the work. These are the main characteristics that what we need to pay into consideration whenever we are dividing the work. We just not need to divide the work to any person, any work we are just giving. No, whenever we are dividing the work, it should be like this, that according to their qualification, their area of interest, their capabilities of working, looking after all these matters, looking after all these factors, then only we should divide the small task to a particular person. Okay, and because what happens is, if a particular is performing same task again and again, then what happen that he will going to become specialized in that particular task. Okay, he will going to become specialized. Okay, and he will going to give his 100% contribution towards his particular task. Getting my point? Fine. So for these particular thing, we are dividing the work, and we are looking after these particular matters. Okay, students? Chale. Now let's move on with our next topic, that is authority and responsibility. This is the second principle that was being given by Henry Fayol. Okay, now what do you mean by authority? Authority means order. Authority means powers. Authority means powers. Okay, the power to take any decisions, that is known as authority. Responsibility means duty. Responsibility means duty. Okay, now what happens is, these authority and responsibility, they are the two sides of same coin. In an organization, both is needed. Okay, if a person is situated at the top level, then being at the top level, he is having authorities also, and same time he is having his responsibilities also. Authority to take the right decision, to look after the planning, to look after the policies, okay, to take to finalize anything in the organization. So these are the authorities that are being given to the top level. Same way with the authorities, top level is having the responsibility also. Responsibility for the middle level managers, for the bottom level managers, okay, to provide them good working conditions, to provide them good amount of salary. What is all this? These are the responsibilities towards them. Fine. So it is being said that authority is highest at the top level and responsibility is highest at the bottom level. Getting my point? It's but obvious. See, logic also says like this only, that the maximum responsibility is handed over by the bottom level management. Why? Because they are answerable to two levels, that is middle level and top level. Okay, students? So that is why we should assign the authorities to a particular person only that much which he or she is capable of fulfilling it. Same way with the responsibility. We should not give them extra responsibilities so that they become confused and they become haphazard. In an haphazard manner, they will not be able to perform any task. Getting my point? So this is what is about authority and responsibility. Okay, students? I hope that I made you clear with this division of work and authority and responsibility. Fine. Chaliye. Now let's move on with our next topic, that is discipline. Now see, discipline. Discipline, I guess many a times you have heard this particular word in your school. Okay, that please be in discipline, please be in discipline. And many a times either you are following it or you are not following it. Am I right? Okay. So what you need to do is that it is a saying that if you need to achieve your goal, if you need to achieve your target, you have to work in a disciplined manner, in a proper manner. Okay, by following a proper code of conduct, by following the proper rules and regulations. Getting my point? So because it is very, very important that all these discipline and this discipline responsibility is not only the responsibility of the bottom level management, it's the responsibility of each and every level of the manager, whether the person is from top level, middle level or bottom level. All the persons need to be in the proper discipline and need to follow the code of conduct of the organization. Getting my point? And if in case any particular person is not following the proper discipline, then there should be the proper actions need to be taken against them. Either the penalties should be imposed on them, so that rest of the persons should learn that if you will not going to follow discipline, then the actions will going to be taken against you. Okay, students? Chaliye. Now let's move on with our next topic, that is unity of command. I guess I have made you clear with the 3 points. Chaliye. Now the next point is unity of command. Unity means single. Command means orders. Okay, unity means single. Command means orders. Whenever if you are working in an organization, it is a saying that if any particular employee or a worker is getting the orders from more than one supervisor or from more than one manager, okay, then he will going to get confused that whose orders need to be followed first. Okay, and or else he will going to get an excuse of telling that I was busy in implementing the orders of Mr. X, that's why I have not followed your orders. Getting my point? So to avoid all these circumstances, to avoid the confusion, to avoid the conflict, what we need to do is we need to give the orders which need to be given to the bottom level or which need to be given to the employees or the workers should be given only by the one boss. Okay, then another boss can give the orders. But all together at the same time, it is not possible. Okay, students? Chaliye. Now let's move on with our next topic, that is unity of direction. Unity of direction. Now, as we have seen about the unity of command, that from single boss, single order, same way, we should have a same and a fixed goal. Our direction should be same, should be stagnant. Okay, should be static. It should not be flexible that 2 months before your goal was something else. 2 months after, your boss has told, no, we will not going to achieve this goal. Our goal is something else. So now what happens is, employees will going to get confused, and not only employees, there will be a mismanagement in the working in the organization. Some are working for this order, some are working for that order, some are working to achieve the proper goals of the organization. So there will be no unity, there will be no harmony in the organization. Okay, so to ensure the unity of action and the possibility of coordination, we always should have one plan, one unit, one plan. If that plan is achieved, then we should go on for the next plan. Okay, altogether, if we combine all the objectives all together, and it is not possible. Okay, it will definitely going to create the scenario of confusion. Okay, students, chaliye. Now let's move on with our next topic, that is subordination of individual interest to general interest. See, it has been said that if you are working in an organization, then your personal interest comes afterwards. First, you need to pay heed towards your organizational interest, because you are the part of the organization. So first, you are not going to look for yourself. First, whatever work you are doing, okay, you will going to look towards the goal of the organization. Because it has been said that if the goal of the organization is achieved, automatically your goal will be achieved. Because you are the part of the organization. If organization is getting profit, then at the part of profit you will also going to get. Then your development is also getting getting increased. Getting my point? So, in spite of paying more heed towards your personal interest, first you should pay the heed towards the organizational interest. Organizational goal comes first and then the personal goal. Okay, students? Chaliye. Now for next point is remuneration of employees. Remuneration word means wages, salaries, or any monetary value that what we are giving to the employees. Should be paid fairly. Okay, should be paid fairly, keeping in mind the paying capacity of the company. Okay, like if your company is going in a loss, okay, and then also in order to be in the competitive position of the particular in the particular market, you are not in a capacity to pay more, but then also you are paying to the employees by taking the loan from some of the other parties. So it is not at all ethical. Whatever is your capacity, you should pay that much. Okay, but it should be fair, it should be logical, it should be according to the person's need, and it should be according to the person's capabilities. Getting my point? So whenever the organization is paying the salary or the wages, few things need to be keep in mind. First is the financial capacity. What is the financial capacity of your company? Second thing, what are the wages which are being paid by the competitors? Okay. Third thing, what are the minimum provisions which are being made by the Minimum Wage Act? This Minimum Wage Act is an act which has been created by the government. Okay. And under this act, how much minimum wage or salary need to be provided to each and every employee is mentioned. So you should go you should go and see what are written in that particular act, and then you should follow and then you should give the minimum amount of wage or salary which has been required by any of the employee. Okay, students. So for today's video, we're going to end up by learning 7 principles. In my next video, we're going to understand next 7 principles. Okay, so I hope that I have made you clear with the first 7 principles. Please go through this particular video properly, and very soon we're going to be back with our next video. Till the time, be happy, be safe, and study hard. Thank you.